Today's sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Today, after a topsy-turvy opening weekend, it's on to week 2, and we've got a good one here, as it'll be the New England Patriots taking on the New York Jets. On the visitor's sideline, Patriot head coach Mike Vrabel. His guys ready to get this one going. His counterpart on the other side, the head coach of the home team. His guys, on the other hand, came out on top in their opener, so they'll try to make it to 2-0 to start the new year. The first game's out of the way. Time to buckle down for the long season ahead, and we're off in week 2. And he returns this to the 22. So here come the Patriots now to take over on offense. And they are led out there by their mobile quarterback.
And he certainly had his share of struggles in the opener, threw a couple of ill-timed interceptions in the game. So that was something that was harped upon all week in practice. Because if he's going to help this team be a winning one, he can't give the football away like he did last week.
May going to throw right away. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. And that's caught inside the 35. A big play there on the first play of the game. 47 yards.
A gain of 47 yards. And a Patriot first down.
We spent a lot of time talking about what's going on the field. How about off the field with the evaluation? And they spent a lot of time saying, we've got to get a rookie in here who has big playability. And that's exactly what we're seeing here early in his career.
Drafted him in the spring. Here he is early in the fall making an impact. The numbers a week ago for Henderson. 13 carries, 54 yards.
Not a horrendous week last week running the ball, but definitely room for improvement for their numbers. No doubt they make some slight adjustments and having that call plays this week in hopes they can kick those numbers up a notch.
That's good for a first down, his second catch of the opening drive.
First down, New England.
Here's the option. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. He lost 6 there on the first down play.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on first and second down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. It's Gervon Dexter who got in to drop him.
I spent a lot of extra time preparing for this game watching this offensive line because they gave up 5 sacks last week in their loss. They just gave up another one now. They don't seem to be working together as a cohesive unit. Right? 4 guys might have it right, but the 5th guy is giving something up. They've got to find a way to all get on the same page.
Is on for the Patriots field goal. A 43-yard attempt.
And his kick is good. And the Patriots jump out to a 3-0 lead. In the end, the opening drive, Charles, does yield points. Maybe not the touchdown that they wanted, though.
Yeah, but bottom line, they wanted to get something out of that drive, and they did that. 3 points, they won't turn that down at all.
Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And able to break this out all the way to the 38-yard line. Great return. So now here comes the Jet offense as they get ready to take over. And here's a look at their leader, standing 6'4".
And he comes off an incredible performance in the opener. 5 touchdown passes. Now look, you always want to start strong, but I think that's more than anyone, including himself, could have expected.
In need of only about the length of the football here on second down.
10 yards on the pickup.
They'll give the ball. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. We're taking a look at Hall's numbers from a week ago. 15 carries, 97 yards.
They put a lot of effort into game playing and establishing this ground game last week, and the reward was a nice day rushing the ball. helped them put a balanced offense out on the field. And that carry is an indicator that this ground game wants to be established again this week.
So a step in the wrong direction. Now they'll look to make amends on 2nd and 14. Back to throw. Here's Richardson. This pass out wide to Hall. They need a crafty play call here. 14 yards is what they need to try to convert this thing. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. Here's the Jets punter now. Back deep for New England is Marcus Jones. And he gets it away. A directional kick going toward the sideline. And this will carry out of bounds. Where are they going to spot it now? At about the 18-yard line, it looks like. So back onto the field come the Pats for their second drive. Now, early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice. But at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
A gain of 10 yards. That's good for
to the air. May. Throw right side, complete to Williams. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2.
May going to give it to Henderson. And he's going to have a Patriots first down as he's got this up to the 45-yard line.
A gain of 6.
They were not fooling around at all, were they? 2nd and short, and they brought out the heavy package. Almost felt like the super heavy package against that defense, didn't it?
Yeah, I don't think they expected that much beef up front, and it turned into an easy first down conversion. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down.
Throwing here is May. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 36.
That's another Patriots first down. 1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Up the middle, here's Henderson. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Jacob Parrish on the tackle. A 6-yard pickup.
And they'll try to run the option here. And he's in. Touchdown, Patriots. Drake May, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Patriots add 6 to their lead. So a designed run all the way, and he took it the distance. I don't know that anybody saw that coming.
Well, on this play, how about the vision of him, being able to see the open field, make his move, and get there. Oftentimes, defenses have a spy for the quarterback position to try to take care of it. On that play, if they did, it certainly didn't work. Yeah, there's no doubt.
So an early 10-0 lead for them now as they kick it away. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. Back on the field come the New York Jets for their second drive. And Charles, these early season in-division games are always interesting because you're still kind of figuring yourself out, but you want to know as much as you can about the opponent, especially when it's a division matchup. So I'm curious to see how the rest of this one plays out.
Yeah, that's a good point because they're still trying to work things out. They don't know everything about their own team, let alone trying to figure out their opponent. But you got to do both on the fly, don't you? While the game's being played, figure it out both ways and try and find a way to win.
45-yard line. It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3.
Ball again on 2nd down. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there.
He was brought down at the 45.
Give him a yard on the run there, and that's going to set up a 3rd down and 2.
Brings up 3rd down and 2.
They'll run with Hall. He's going to be a yard short. Needed 2, but only got 1. 4th down.
4th and short, partner. I mean, this would be a really risky call. Here we are. First quarter.
On your own side of the field.
Own side of the field. But, boy, what a tone setter that would be to go for it and get it, wouldn't it?
You're gritty today. I like it.
I'm feeling it.
And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert.
The more and more that we broadcast games, the more I realize how much this game is about the eyes. And in this case, they got full. As the defense was checking out the eyes of the back, thinking he was getting the ball. Should have been looking at the QB, shouldn't they?
A little bit of a surprise indeed, and he was able to get forward for that 1 yard. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. So into Pat's territory now. Here's 1st and 10, down at the 33. Richardson looking to throw this. And his throw here is going to be incomplete. Now it's 2nd and 10.
It's 2nd down and 10.
Now Richardson. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So illegal touching, Charles, on the outside.
And a lot of people wonder if the quarterback should see that. No, it's not his job to understand if the receiver is inbounds or out of bounds. You expect him to be there. But if he takes a step out, he essentially becomes ineligible. Not a tough one for an official to see, especially one standing on the sideline.
Richardson. And he comes back with one complete. And they will rally and stop him short of the 1st down. They get him to the ground at the 26. Now the Jets will call on a field goal unit here. From the left hash mark, this a 43-yard attempt. And his kick is right there. It's good. And they get themselves on the board here. It's 10-3. So the 3 points there, and CD, that helps them inch a bit closer.
Yeah, partner, when you're losing, any points you see go on the board in your favor, you're happy to take them.
Oh, good move. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. New England's offense set to go. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better. Which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
They'll run with Henderson here to begin the drive. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. Final 30 seconds in this first quarter, and it's been a quarter dominated by the guys with the football. Here's a quick throw caught out wide. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
That's good for a Patriots 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
10-3 our score after 1 here on EA Sports. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Patriots in control of the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. To throw, it's May. He spots Henderson, open left side. So the completion good for 6 yards. And it's 2nd down.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
Straight ahead, Henderson. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. And now a pause. It looks like we have a Patriot injured on the play. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. 3rd and 4. They'll throw with May. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. The New York set to take the field. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you've met fan bases that wanted that. They weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
Richardson looking to throw. He's got a man, complete. He's to the 15. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Christian Watson, 83 yards. And the Jets are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. It took them a while to get their speedster involved, but they found him downfield there.
And what we've discovered as we've watched games is the speedster doesn't have to have a lot of catches, doesn't have to have volume in order to have a huge impact on the game. His speed scares the heck out of defenses, and other guys can capitalize, but when you finally hit him and he carries it all the way into the end zone, that's what you're paying him for. That big threat that can make big plays on a limited number of catches.
That's how you step on the stage with your first catch. Take it to the house. All level now at 10 apiece as the kick's away. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. The Pats offense and their wide receiver getting set for this next possession. And seemingly every time they've looked his way in this first half, it has resulted in a big play as borne out by the numbers. They're going to throw. May. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Henderson. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. First play of the drive going for 14 and also going for a first down.
First down. A gain of 14. And a Patriot first down.
They go play action now. May. That's complete. Demario Douglas with it. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. 25 yards there on the catch and run.
That's another Patriots first down. 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Henderson running straight ahead. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. After the loss, they'll come up 2nd and 13. Here's May. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. Will McDonald in there for the sack, and it's an important one from a personal standpoint as that is sack number 100 in what has certainly been a terrific career to this point. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. Just a gain of a couple there. And that's going to make it 4th down. So now on comes the field goal unit. And wow, this is no ordinary try here.
A 56-yard attempt.
And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out. And they will take the lead at 13-10. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
They'll start on the ground. Hall. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down. Hall again. And again, the run defense stout this time. He maybe gets back to the line of scrimmage, but no more.
No gain on the play.
Now Richardson back to throw it. He's going to float this one deep right side. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
Here's Jones on the return. 48-yard punt, 7 on the return. And the Patriots take over. So here are the Patriots to take over. They were losers a week ago to Arizona, but they're on top here as they start this drive with a 1st and 10. Looking to put a drive together. And they'll send the tight end in motion here. A carry by Henderson to start the drive. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones and a first down.
That's good for a Patriots first down. 1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Good, strong, explosive run that started inside, which means you've got to control those defensive linemen, the defensive tackles, the nose guards. Those guys have to be controlled. How about the offensive line, the job they just did?
Yeah, key that A-gap usually on those runs, right?
That's where it all starts because everyone wants to kind of control that area. It disrupts things from the defensive side and the offensive side. As we just saw, it opens up possibilities.
This offense so far on 3rd down, they've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 4. And they'll find the open man. That's complete. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 26.
And the Patriots.
It's a 10-yard pickup, and that's enough to move the chains.
At the 26-yard line.
It's this complete to Butte. This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6. At the 22.
They'll look to throw again. Quick hitter here, it's complete. This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard.
5 yards on the play.
Henderson will try and run for the first. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 16-yard line.
Once again, it's Henderson. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. 49 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
On the play. That's another Patriots first down. 1st and goal, New England.
They'll try to run this one in. Nothing doing there. They're going to wind up holding him at the 2.
The line of scrimmage.
So they've been in the red zone 3 times, and it's yielded just 3 points. Can they find the end zone here on 2nd and goal? Here's a quick throw right side. So back-to-back plays, each get nothing. And now what we have here, a 3rd and goal. Well, he caught it right at the line of scrimmage, and before he could even think about advancing it forward, he got hit.
Great tackling because that's what you're taught. Don't give up yards after the catch, and most offenses make a living off of yards after catch. Those hidden yards that may not go into the score sheet, but they count big for moving the ball and stretching the field. Really nice open field tackle.
Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. So it's been a long drive. They've held the ball for quite a while. Now what do you do here?
Well, to me, at this stage after this drive, this close to the goal line, 3 points would be...
And he's over the line and into the end zone for a Patriot score. Trevion Henderson, his first rushing touchdown on the year. And the Patriots take a chance, but they find pay dirt on 4th and goal. So 4th and goal. Their head coach gave that offensive line one more chance to punch it in, and this time they were successful.
They certainly paid off the coach's confidence, didn't they? And how about the fact that they stayed with the ground game? Because a lot of times in that situation, partner, we see teams try and roll the quarterback out, give him a little run-pass option, and treat it like a two-point conversion play. In this case, they went with a little bit more power and got it done.
And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. The Jets ready to get going again here on offense. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
There to stop him was Carlton Davis. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Here's 2nd and 7. From the shotgun, Richardson. Now he's going to step up and run. Big yardage there on the scramble, and it gets him a first down.
It's a gain of 28 yards. And the Jets, first down. 1st and 10 at the 23-yard line.
They asked him to take charge and get them to a spot where they could at least attempt a kick before the half, and he does just that. Didn't trust what he saw downfield, so he took it upon himself to get them into field goal range using his leg.
And got his man complete. And this will be caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. A great play there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Jets are back within a score. Now the extra point try forthcoming. It's up and good, and the lead's now down to 3 at 20-17. A drive there of just 4 plays. And it ends with a Jet touchdown. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Patriots offense and Drake May headed back onto the field. And he's had things all his way in this first half. The numbers sensational as he'll look to add to them with another drive here. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And still plenty of time remaining here in the half, more than a minute. We'll see if they just want to protect that lead or try to add on to it.
Well, with as much time as is left on the clock, I would imagine it would be the latter. I think they're going to try and add on to it. So what they're going to tell the team is very simply, if you can get out of bounds after making a play downfield, terrific. If you can't, everyone hustle to the line of scrimmage, either run another play or clock it and start over again. And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And now a pause. It looks like we have a Patriot injured on the play. Hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
To number 82.
Again, he'll drop off to throw. Able to hook up with Williams here on the out route. And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49.
5-yard gain on the play.
And they go play action with May. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done.
14 yards. That's another Patriots.
Back to throw again. This one complete to Gibbons. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. It's a gain of 34.
At the 3-yard line.
The Patriots will take their third and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. They're going to look to throw. And he wisely will throw that one away. An incomplete pass on 1st down. Here's 2nd and goal. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Andy Borregales on for the field goal. A 20-yard attempt.
And his kick is indeed good. And the drive will wind up yielding 3. So he's been a busy man here in this first half. That's 3 field goals for him now.
And not just 3 field goals, but 3 for 3. So even though the offense has struggled a bit putting it in the end zone, they've still been able to come away with points due to his leg.
So halftime straight ahead. Let's get you down to the Sunshine State and Scott Hansen with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Brandon, thanks much. Week 1 was full of surprises, full of intrigue, and a lot of firsts for the young players. What will Week 2 bring? Let's dive in. Our tour of the league starts now. It starts in Cincinnati, the Bengals at home to take on the visiting New York Giants. And this is the Giants quarterback. He had it going. This, one of his 4 touchdown passes on the day. The Giants are off to a good start, 2-0 on the young season. Next up, we go to Charlotte. We'll look in on the Panthers as they play host to the San Francisco 49ers. And this is Teteroa McMillan. He's going to look in the catch and then look upfield and watch this. He'll take it 65 yards to the end zone. One more to show you. Let's go to Cleveland. It's the Browns taking on the New Orleans Saints. And this is the Browns running back. He's going to take this one in, 11 yards on the touchdown run. 14 all the score at the half. We'll give you a look now at the remainder of the games in progress in the early window and what's still to come here in Week 2 of the National Football League regular season. Meanwhile, in our game, both teams have been able to move the ball effectively. It might be a question of which defense can make a stand in the second half, as we send you back out to the stadium with Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
It's been a shootout so far. We'll see which defense can make the adjustments as we get back underway in the second half. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Jets going to take over on offense to begin this third quarter. Charles, in that first half, we saw a fair amount of offense on both sides of the football. And trailing here, we'll start with it in the third quarter.
And we both know this coach pretty darn well, don't we? Because his game planning is always on point. And now that he's getting the ball to start the second half, how about all the offense that you already referenced in the first half? He'll put that all together and come out with something really strong, I believe, to get things going here in the third quarter.
Now 2nd and 8 at the 32-yard line. Richardson working from the gun. And he goes down. It's a Patriots sack. Christian Barmore getting in there to drop him.
Now, that was just absolute perfect man coverage. Nowhere for them to go with the football. Led to a sack, and that's really difficult to do in today's NFL with all these gazelles running around that you're trying to cover in the secondary.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's going to launch this deep for Watson. This is caught inside the 15. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Christian Watson, halfway to 100 now with career touchdown number 50. And the Jets are an extra point away from capturing the lead. Now the extra point. And that one puts them on top here in the third. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. And it was all capped off by a touchdown catch from Christian Watson. The Jets kick team out now to boot this one away. And able to get this out to the 25. So here are the Patriots now. They get ready for their first possession of half number 2. And, Charles, it feels like we're set up for a good second half here. Came out of the locker room, 1-score game. Now the lead has already changed hands. Well, this offense, they've got an opportunity right now to take that lead right back.
Yeah, and it feels like you're going back and forth almost a little bit like a tennis match, right? And we're just, our heads just keep moving. Which side has it? Which side's going to score? How are they going to go out doing it? A little bit of a challenge for each side trying to match each other.
On play action, May. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Incomplete. Brings up 3rd
Throwing
down.
here is May. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Williams. 2 yards on the pickup there. And it'll be 4th down.
2-yard gain.
The Patriots send out their punter as he'll punt it away for the second time. And a fair catch signaled for and taken just outside the 20-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10. Play action. Now Richardson. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
1st and 10 at the 33-yard line.
On 1st and 10, it's Hall. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. That's good for a Jet first down, a gain of 13.
Jets first down. 1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little. It's caught inside the 25. Over 30 yards there, and 1st downs on 3 consecutive plays now.
Jets first down. 1st and 10 at the 23-yard line.
What a game he's having. They've not been able to stop him or even slow him down. He's got 2 touchdowns already. That could have been a third. He's got the secondary coach asking people for answers. Can you help me out? Because we are not slowing him down.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7 at the Patriots 20.
Now Richardson. This is complete to Hawkins. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. That one good for 17 yards, and now they've got it 1st and goal.
4-yard line.
Back, Tennessee.
They'll run with Hall. And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2.
Down at the 2-yard line.
Good first step there defensively, but they're still knocking on the doorstep, so maybe another run here?
I think so. One of my favorite coaches used to say, son, if you can darn near lay down near the end zone and get in, give me my best power running play with my best back right now.
Loss of 2 on the play. It's 3rd down and goal to go.
Richardson now on 3rd and goal. And he's got it. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line.
To Brees Hall. A 2-yard gain. It's now 4th and goal.
And this one is right through. And that'll move their lead up to 4 now.
27.
Well, in a close game like this, obviously you want the touchdown, but certainly they will take the 3.
And they'll be okay with that, but let's throw a little credit to the defense as well. I'm just glad this doesn't come down to a debate, right? Which side won, partner? Because the defense, hey, we didn't give up the touchdown. The offense, hey, we put 3 on the board. Either way you look at it, I think both sides gained something out of that drive.
New England trying to get a place on offense. Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there was a quick 3 and out, and they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
And give him 6 yards here as he's stopped near the 35 at the 34.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 34-yard line.
Up the middle, it's Henderson. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
That's good for a Patriots 1st down.
To the air, May. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end.
May's pass.
Ball spotted at the 45. Here's 2nd and 3.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3.
They'll hand to Henderson. And a pretty athletic run right there as he's going to get this down inside the 40. 79 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
1st down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Now they show jet sweep, but instead a run up the middle here. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. And a stoppage here. We're going to need to take a moment as a jet was shaken up on that one. Well, the medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. Here's a 2nd and 5. They run once more with Henderson. Shifts by him. And a good-looking run there as he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18-yard line.
It's a gain of 16 yards. That's another Patriots.
To throw, it's May. They set up the screen for Henderson. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. 2nd and 2. 1st down marker at the 8.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2.
They'll throw with May. Throw right side, complete to Williams. And the Patriots are going to be looking at 1st and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line. They're going to throw. May. And this is caught. Touchdown, Patriots. Keyshawn Boutte, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Pats have retaken a 3rd-quarter lead. Well, that's just how they drew it up, CD. His first read was there, got it to him quickly, and into the end zone.
Absolutely excellent execution by all involved. And the coordinator, yeah, I give him credit. found the perfect play call. Quarterback let it fly as soon as the target came free, and his guy made a nice catch. Just how you draw it up in practice and then execute it in the game.
Following the touchdown, Borregales back out to send this one away. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. The Jets offense and Anthony Richardson ready for this next possession. And he's been a nightmare to scheme against throughout this one. This defense has been totally taken apart, and that is borne out in his numbers. He's been terrific all game long. They go play action with Richardson. And he's got his man on the out route. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds.
First down. First and 10 at the 42-yard line.
And they run the option here on first and 10. Give him 18 on the play.
Richardson. It's a gain of 18. That's another Jets. First down. First and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Well, he is certainly dangerous when he spots a lane, and he keeps it himself there and worked out well.
And how about the moving parts on a play like this? You know you have to practice it over and over because it's almost like a ballet that has to be choreographed. But how about once he made the decision to go, he committed to it and went. Let's face it, most teams are going to defend the running back much more than the quarterback on that type of a play.
Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a first down again. Richardson out of the shotgun. Got a man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jets. Christian Watson, his third touchdown of the season, all coming in this game. And the Jets have answered back with a third-quarter touchdown of their own to retake the lead. Now they'll line up to kick the extra point. And that will make this a 4-point game.
Makes the score Jets.
So that drive, 4 plays. And it was all capped off by a touchdown catch from Christian Watson. And he won't quite make it to the 25. The visitors' offense and their big play wideout getting ready to get back to work. And he was pretty much unguardable in that first half. You see the numbers there as they try to add to him here in this third quarter. New England with a first down as they begin the drive. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around.
It's a gain of 8.
Now this offense hoping to avoid the 0-2 start. They trail, but they've got a first and 10 here. Finding Williams once more, complete. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the third quarter of action. 3 quarters have come and gone. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now here on EA Sports. Patriot football, but they trail here as we begin the fourth quarter. Here's May. And he spots Henderson open left side. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
He's had success running the football. This is more or less an extension of that because they drop it off to him on the screen. And I'll bet he's thinking to himself, if I didn't have to slow up a bit here in traffic, I could have really made something out of that one.
And this offense on third down today, they've hit on half of them, 5 for 10. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 45-yard line. Instead of a 3rd-and-1 run, they go pass, and they get 12 yards out of it. So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. They'll look to throw again. Oh, he faked it with a juke. Now he's got some room. And he'll go out of bounds right around the 40.
At the 40-yard line. It's a gain of 5. Brings up second and 5.
He finds Douglas complete. Flashed the stick skills, but didn't get a ton from it. Stopped short of the 35.
A 3-yard pickup.
From the shotgun, it's May. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he will have a Patriots first down as this defense unable to hold. It's a 7-yard gain there on 3rd and 2.
Patriots first down. 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line.
They go play action now. May. And pass complete. Here's Butte with it. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
A gain of 15.
Back to throw again. He'll check this down to Henderson out of the backfield. And this carry, despite the good move, will be stopped short of the 10. 2nd down and 6 now.
It's now 2nd and 6.
Again, he'll drop to throw. May looking to run. And he'll take this beyond the line of scrimmage as he slides to a hole. He'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3. But now it's 3rd down. They'll look to throw here. And he's going to be dropped. Back at the 15-yard line. Will McDonald picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
Andres Borregales on for the field goal. A 32-yard attempt.
And his kick here is good. And that'll bring him back within a point. So with that field goal, this one's now back within a field goal. Maybe not the ultimate result they wanted, but gets them that much closer.
This game is unfolding like a really good book, isn't it? Because I feel like there's a few more plot twists yet to be revealed before this one is over.
And he'll be stopped up at the 25. Christian Watson and the rest of this offense back out now. So far, he has the trio of touchdowns. Obviously, it's been a pretty good game for him.
So if this were hockey, they'd be throwing their hats out on the ice for the hat trick, right? I'm not sure exactly what you do in the NFL except applaud and continue to hope you see a little bit more of this. What a tremendous game.
You want to start a new tradition? What can we throw on the field?
I don't know.
Throw your mic out there.
A lot of fans would like that. Cut his mic off.
3 touchdowns so far. Richardson looking to throw. And he's stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on 3rd down.
A gain of a yard. Brings up 3rd and 1.
Back to throw. Here's Richardson. And it is caught. Down the right sideline. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Great effort there with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Jets use the big play to extend their 4th quarter lead. Well, it was 3rd and 1. I was expecting run so much for that. They pass it, they score it.
That had the feel of the head coach telling the offensive coordinator, you've got 4 downs here. We're going to go for it on 4th down unless there's a disaster on 3rd. Go ahead and take a shot if you want to. And he gratefully accepted the opportunity and did exactly that. If they didn't get it there, that had the feel that they would come back and try it on 4th down.
33.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Nifty move. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Patriots offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. And he has been masterful so far in leading this offense. He's kept the mistakes to a minimum. He's been on point with his passes, and he's generally been one step ahead of this defense all game long. The Pats at the line, ready to go. There's still plenty of time here in the fourth quarter. Just a one-possession game, down 8. They'll be looking for the touchdown and two-point conversion. A field goal here on this drive does very little at this stage. From the 25, here's a 2nd and 7. They go play action with May. That's complete to Bolden. And they're able to get this one across the 35.
First down. First and 10 at the 37.
Throwing here is May. He's got it to Williams. Now 2nd and 3.
A 7-yard pickup. Brings up second.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 38-yard line.
That's good.
17 yards on the pickup there, and the drive will continue.
First and 10 at the 38-yard line.
And that's a much-needed first down right there. Look, they're down by 8. So logic says they don't have to get a touchdown out of this drive. But the way things are going, I don't know if I'd put it in the hands of my defense here. You might not get the ball back at all. So if a fourth down situation comes up, I'm thinking hard about going for it right here and right now.
Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10.
It's now second
to the air. May. And a quick throw here. That's complete. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
It's a gain of 4.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. This is caught by Williams. And this play comes to a halt at the 33, and obviously that's well short of the first down. Only able to gain a couple there. And that'll bring up 4th down. They'll try and throw for it with May. Throwing the out route, incomplete. That's Douglas. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line.
That's another Patriots first down. A gain of 9 yards. First down.
They'll throw with May. And he will find his man on the outside. The Patriot passing game is rolling. They've got another first down.
First and 10 at the 11-yard line.
Off the RPO, he completes it. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's 2nd down. Looking to throw, May. Quick hitter here, it's complete. That'll wind up as a loss on the play, so now they're staring at a 3rd down and 12.
And it's 3rd down.
I thought that wasn't a bad time to call the screen. I thought late game, down on the scoreboard, had to figure they were expecting a pass downfield.
Yeah, so the edge rushers, they're coming. That could have hit big. You're right. Good recognition defensively to snuff that one out. Well, the defense circling now. 4th down and 7.
It's 4th down.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on down. We've got a one-score game with inside of 2 minutes remaining. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And this game not quite over yet. And we'll likely see them take all 3 timeouts defensively, so they can't just kneel this one out. They're going to have to try to run a few plays.
You're exactly right. They've got to get a first down and make them use up all their timeouts in order to feel like they have this one in hand.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They'll go again with Hall. Whistles now and a timeout. So defensively, they burn it here with 1:51 left.
I like a guy who understands the situation. I also like a guy who you look at him and you say, that looks like a guy who knows the coach is going to say, guess what? You drop this one, you'll be carrying around the training facility for an entire week.
Maybe flashback to high school or college, carrying it around campus, right?
The old gauntlet drill, right? Anyone get the ball out while he's sitting in class and bring it back to the coach? He's in big trouble.
The Patriots will take their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here's Richardson. He's got his target. That's complete. And he will have a Jets first down, and that should just about do it.
Jets first down. 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
The Jets, with victory seemingly in hand, they take the knee. So no shortage of offense in this game, but a very clean game too, Charles. Each side got its points, but they did so without committing a single turnover.
That's so true, and it certainly felt like NFL football at its finest, right? You talk about the highest level from both of these offenses. Neither one of them afraid of taking risks, and both of them aggressively pushing it downfield. I did like, Brandon, how smart they were about going about their business, though. They were high-flying, but they took care of the ball.
Yeah, they did, and just keeping it clean in a game like this with all these points, you don't see that very often, even at the highest level. Job well done by both sides. So for the Jets, they use the favorable early schedule to their advantage as they move to 2-0. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Cincinnati Bengals. Meanwhile, for New England, they'll drop to 0-2. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.